Hello, hello, welcome or welcome back. Let's sit back, relax, have a snack, and enjoy. Sit at My Grave, Season 4, Sanity or Salvation, Chapter 30. Hey, Arden. I was wondering where you've been hiding. Galen's voice spilled out before he could think. He hated tension and confrontation, but silently scolded himself for sounding overeager like usual. Arden didn't respond right away, causing Galen to adjust his stance, shoulders tightening as he attempted to stand straighter. Arden continued to stare. He dug his hands into his pockets, slowly clearing his throat before he finally said anything. I fell asleep in here, Arden responded. Lost in his own world was more accurate, however. Arden accepted the liar he was. He bit harshly into his lip as the silence washed over again. In his head, he suspected Galen was judging him for what he said, but something else quickly took his attention. With the door open, he could clearly hear his brother's music playing. The song was one he heard the rough draft of years ago, the little plucks of the same tune on his guitar. The notes he would hum and mush together as the lyrics were crafted through it all. Finally seeing Galen in person, and hearing his brother's music as a cheap backing track, it was all becoming too much. Oh, well, that's good, I guess. But your grandma... Galen ventured to speak after he noticed Arden's gaze staring behind him. They quickly locked eyes. However, Arden didn't give him a chance to finish. He backed up into the bedroom again, attempting to shut the door, but Galen quickly held it open. Hey, what are you doing? Galen spoke up, worried shock lacing his face. Arden went back to the bed, sitting on it, not bothering with shutting Galen out anymore. He thought to scold Arden for almost slamming the door in his face. He was the one who said he wanted him here, and now Arden was acting like this all over again. Galen approached him, his stomping slowing as he saw the defeated look on Arden's face. It was deja vu, the expression that made his stomach hot and limbs turn cold. It was hidden behind the brave face he made at his brother's funeral while he watched him get lowered into the ground. The door was shut softly. Galen sat next to Arden. The silence was awkward, but the anger fizzled. They're looking at old photos, sharing memories, listening to music. They want you there for lighting the candles and the cake. Galen's tone glided through the dark. A simple relay of information, something for Arden to listen to, without a need to respond. There's a lot of pictures of you two together. I don't think you posed for some of them. Candid photos are always the best, huh? They capture moments in their purest. Galen continued. Arden kept his head down, hands gripping into the blanket, while Galen's hands clasped together in his lap, keeping his eyes to the wall. I think, even with all the fights, Reed knew you loved him. You can't fake the way you two used to laugh together. Sometimes I'd turn around and go home when I saw you two spending time with each other. I knew how much you looked up to him, and I knew how happy you were when you got some time, just the two of you. Galen reminisced, his brows pulled together, a sad smile pulled at his lips. He turned his head to Arden, gently putting a hand on his shoulder. He felt his body stiffen. Arden's jaw clenched, yet he didn't look up. Arden, you aren't the first person to lose someone. I don't know why you won't be with your loved ones. You're mourning. Why do it alone? Galen questioned, squeezing his shoulder a bit. It's my fault! Arden blabbered out, snatching away from Galen's hold. He could feel his heart beating in his ears. He couldn't take it. Over and over again, he wished for love and comfort, and the second he received it, he was repulsed. His skin felt like itchy material. He needed to claw it off, expose everything inside. I did it. It was me. It's my fault. I don't belong down there with them. That's why I'm here. That's why I can leave for months at a time and everyone's lives get better. Arden practically screamed. the breath that hadn't been knocked out. He jumped up from where he sat, his arms flailing as he spoke, hands running through his hair, all while Gallon just stared at him, hands still neatly folded, unmoved. Arden, everyone's lives didn't get better without you here. We've all missed you, Gallon calmly said. I'm not stupid, Gallon. I know I've screwed up. I can see how everyone's moved on without me. I'm not something they need. I'm something you're all used to. Arden spat bitterly. His chest was tight, but he couldn't stop. Gallon slowly stood up. Arden, you're not the only one having a hard time. I've screwed up a lot too, he ventured. Stop. Just stop it. Arden rasped out, turning away from him. Maybe he was wrong for downplaying Gallon's life, but he couldn't stand this who had it worse comparison they always did. It was one thing to do it over the phone, but in person, it was making him sick to his stomach. Arden knew he looked like a disheveled maniac, while Gallon looked like peace on earth. No, we're not doing this again. Listen to me, Arden, I'm being serious. Gallon's tone begged for him. He grabbed Arden's shoulder, but Arden stiffened. He just couldn't face him. I'm suspended out of college right now. I was there on a scholarship, and there's certain things you can't do. I really messed up. Come on, listen. Me, the guy who can do no wrong. I messed up too. Gallon spouted out. It was a mix of trying to help Arden and disbelief at his own missteps. The airy chuckle as it spilled his secrets out just made Arden shake. Stop trying to act like we're the same, Gallon. Just stop it! Arden yelled back, finally facing him again. His eyes brimming red now. If you're a screw-up, then we both are. I couldn't even afford to let you borrow money, Arden. I had to get it from someone else. I made decisions my parents need to approve of, and I didn't even tell them. I have a girlfriend now. She's pregnant. Gallon continued to babble out, tears in his eyes now. He'd been dying to talk to his best friend, have his support, have him care about his problems too. The situation was terrifying, but being the golden child and messing up this bad was devastating to Gallon. What? Arden gasped. The look of shock was quickly replaced with anger and fear. I feel bad for you, Gallon. I do. But your biggest mess-up is fathering a child. I just told you it's my fault. My own brother is dead. Arden screamed in a hushed tone. He didn't want to dismiss Gallon like he had before. In fact, even through his hurt, he was glad Gallon still trusted him enough as a friend to tell him this. But he could not rely on him. He couldn't feel close with him unless Gallon believed him and still cared the way he claimed to. As sad as it was, he knew any other way was artificial, and it was eating him alive. Arden, would you just stop it? Gallon finally shouted back. His expression swapped. He grabbed Arden roughly. That's the grief talking. You didn't kill Reed. You just regret not being close with him when he died. You need help, Gallon urged him. I know what I did, Arden shouted back with a hurt disbelief. He breathed hard, moving back from Gallon. It was one thing to lie and hide things, but it was a whole different pain to scream the truth and still be looked at like this. Arden, Gallon sighed with exasperation. Your problem can be solved with therapy. I have real-life decisions to make, Gallon told him bluntly. Maybe it was harsh, but he hated seeing Arden prolong his own suffering for no reason. Are you calling me crazy? Arden questioned. My gosh, Arden, not this again. You're not crazy. Well, at least you don't have to be. But if you keep on doing this, you keep running around spouting all this nonsense saying how you killed your brother, what do you think everyone's going to say about you? No, come on, let's go. Gallon reached at him again. This time he was shoved back. Get off of me!